Big news is breaking this week. These are the newest deaths making national headlines, all reported at legacy.com. It's the second week of July 2026, and I'm your host, Steven Siegel, stepping in for Linnea Crowther. I run things as chief editor at legacy.com. Head there to read full life stories on the people you'll meet today. You can even leave your own message of care on their page. Sad news tonight. Louise Losser has died. She was the star of the wild comedy show Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. She passed away July 6, 2026 at her home in Manhattan. She was 87. Her show didn't last long, but it made her a star fast. She filmed 325 episodes in just 2 years. She also understudied Barbra Streisand on Broadway in I Can Get It For You Wholesale. And movie fans remember her from films with Woody Allen, her one-time husband. Here's one for action movie fans. Actor and bodybuilder Kjell Nilsen has died. Kidney disease took him July 2, 2026 in Queensland, Australia. He was 76. You know his role even if you never saw his face. He played Lord Humongous, the scary villain in Mad Max 2: The Road Warrior. Before acting, he was a top-level Olympic weightlifter. A true business legend is gone. George Johnson built a huge hair care empire from nothing. He died July 6, 2026 in Chicago from a breathing illness. He was 99 years old. He started Johnson Products, the company behind Ultra Sheen and Afro Sheen, two of the biggest hair care brands in America. He also sponsored Soul Train for years, and he founded Independence Bank of Chicago, one of the very first black-owned banks in the country. Music fans, listen up. Singer Lauren Bennett has died. She sang with GRL and LMFAO. She passed away May 29, 2026 at just 36 years old. News of her death only came out this week. No cause has been shared yet. You've heard her voice. She's on LMFAO's Party Rock Anthem, a smash hit that sat at #1 for 6 weeks back in 2011. She also sang on CeeLo Green's Love Gun and had her own hit, Ugly Heart, with GRL. Football world, we lost one of our own. Keith Mitchell has died at 51. He played college and pro football in the 90s and 2000s. No cause of death has been given. He was part of Texas A&M's famous Wrecking Crew defense, and he was named MVP after their 1995 Alamo Bowl win. He later played linebacker for the New Orleans Saints and made the Pro Bowl in 2001. After football, he became an author, a wellness coach, and a yoga teacher. A familiar face from the 50s and 60s has passed. Actor-turned-artist Joby Baker died June 22, 2026 of natural causes. He was 92. You might remember him from the teen surfer movie Gidget and its 2 sequels. He also starred in fun musical comedies next to Elvis Presley and Connie Francis. Plus, he led the sitcom Good Morning World, the show that introduced a young, unknown Goldie Hawn to the world. Rams fans, tough news today. LA Rams legend Leroy Irvin has died from throat cancer. He passed in Anaheim Hills, California on July 1, 2026. He was 68. Irvin made the Pro Bowl twice, and he still holds the NFL record for punt return yards in one game, 207 yards, set against the Atlanta Falcons back in 1981. He also holds the team record for most non-offensive touchdowns, and he made the Pro Bowl playing 2 different positions. Baseball lost a star pitcher. Al Holland has died at 73 in Fort Mill, South Carolina on July 4, 2026. He pitched for the Giants, the Phillies, and other teams. He won the Rolaids Relief Man of the Year award and was one of the toughest closers of the 1980s. He also helped the Phillies win the 1983 National League pennant, sending them straight to the World Series. A huge voice from the 80s has gone silent. Welsh singer Bonnie Tyler died after surgery in Faro, Portugal on July 8, 2026. She was 75. You know her biggest hit, Total Eclipse of the Heart. It was a powerhouse ballad that ruled the charts for 4 straight weeks. She also gave us Holding Out for a Hero and It's a Heartache, songs that never get old. Coming up, we'll honor a huge R&B star who died way too young. This week would have been his 60th birthday. But first, let me share a few stories from legacy.com that really moved me. These are tributes written by everyday families, honoring the people they loved. Larry Bigman was a photographer from Connecticut. He rode motorcycles and even printed Mars photos for NASA. But what stuck with me most was the wisdom he gave his son. To be happy, you need someone to love, something to do, and something to look forward to. Jacqueline Lee Barfield, from Kentucky and later Florida, always said she'd have been an archaeologist in another life. So her family built her story around objects from her home: binoculars, a glitter wig, even an ancient alien's hat. And Carl Martin Bergman, from Denver, was an Air Force veteran and a serious marathon runner. But his family says his biggest wins weren't on paper, they were in the lives he touched. Honestly, the older I get, the more that truth hits home. Any family can come to legacy.com and share a loved one's story, online and in local papers everywhere. Just go to legacy.com and pick your community. We don't just cover today's losses. Legacy.com also remembers stars from years gone by. Here are this week's big anniversaries. 5 years ago this week, rapper and DJ Biz Markie died at 57. Fans called him the clown prince of hip-hop, thanks to hits like Just a Friend. He also showed up in Yo Gabba Gabba and Men in Black 2. 20 years ago this week, actor and comedian Red Buttons died at 87. He was an early TV star with The Red Buttons Show, and he won an Oscar for Sayonara. 45 years ago this week, singer-songwriter Harry Chapin died at just 38. His 70s folk rock hits included Taxi and Cats in the Cradle. Singer Gerald Levert was born 60 years ago this week. He died in November 2006 at 40. He sang in the R&B group Levert, known for Casanova, and won a Grammy after his death for the album In My Songs. Actor Harry Dean Stanton was born 100 years ago this week. He died in September 2017 at 91. He appeared in Cool Hand Luke, Repo Man, Pretty in Pink, and Big Love. Dancer and actress Ginger Rogers was born 105 years ago this week. She died in April 1995 at 83. She was a top star of old Hollywood, shining in Top Hat, Stage Door, and the Barclays of Broadway. Every week, flags across America drop to half-staff to honor people their communities are grieving. Here are this week's flag honors. Colorado has lowered its flags for 3 wildland firefighters who died battling a fire in Mesa County: Emily Barker, Nick Hutcherson, and Sydney Watson. Alabama has also lowered flags for firefighter Sydney Watson, who came from that state. Ohio has lowered flags for Sergeant Scott Reese of the Rittman Police Department. Ohio is also honoring former state senator Kenneth R. Cox. New York has lowered flags for Chief David A. Gagnon of the Cognonoy Fire Department, who died in the line of duty. Want to know more about the people in this video? Head to legacy.com. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube so you never miss national news on the people we've lost.